All right, what's happening, guys? We're talking right now. We're talking the Wyatt family, and should fans take the Wyatt family seriously? I'm here with my friend Adam, and we're gonna talk about this. Like to start things off, I'm going to say this about the Wyatt family and Bray Wyatt. I'm a Bray Wyatt fan, and I'm also a fan of the Wyatt family. So, with that being said, now I'm going to get into this. Like it's good to see a stable nowadays in wrestling because growing up, I was a big fan of the Horsemen. Factions played a huge role in wrestling, and in the past, like it just played a huge role, and it can leave an impact nowadays in wrestling, and that's what it seems like the WWE is trying to do with the Wyatt family. But this is the thing that I have. Um, how can we take them seriously, or take them serious when seriously when just take a look at Bray Wyatt's single career. It sucks because I'm a huge fan of this guy. I love the way he works in the ring. He is awesome. He's probably by far one of the most skilled workers they have. But I'm going to say, when's the last time he's won a pay-per-view match or like won a feud? Like it's crazy. Like all the guys that he's been like, let's go off. He came in, fought Kane, defeated Kane, and that was like Demon Kane, which was awesome. That basically was solidifying Bray Wyatt that look out for this guy. And then he goes into feuds with John Cena. We all know what happened there. Bray Wyatt wins one match, Cena won the other 7.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Then you get Bray Wyatt with a huge build-up for a feud with him and The Undertaker, where Bray Wyatt's basically doing this entire build-up for that WrestleMania match. Bray Wyatt loses. He goes in this feud with Roman Reigns. Bray Wyatt loses. It's like, how can you take this guy seriously if the company doesn't even take him seriously? Because like I know back when the Four Horsemen were going around, Ric Flair was basically a world champion. He would be on an incredible role, same with all the other guys in the Horsemen, just stuff like that. Like Adam, you grew up with the Four Horsemen, or like you know,
right, I did.
So you know like all about that. Like this, what do you think about Bray Wyatt right now? Like, do you take him seriously as a competitor, like with his win-loss record and everything?
As a singles competitor, I do, but it's just the way they're booking him. Outside of the way they book him,
Yes.
he's one of the guys. He's the one of the guys I tune in for every Monday to watch to see how they do, and that's what I do. I don't care about storylines. No. I watch it for certain guys that I like to watch in the ring, and whatever their storylines, feuds, whatever that they have those guys in, it's a bonus or it's a subtraction depending on who they're with and how they're going to book them and whatnot. So, yeah, I love Bray Wyatt, man. I love watching him in the ring. I like listening to him on the mic. It's just one of those guys where he knows what he's doing and he can get the job done. Hell, you mentioned the Taker feud. He did that whole feud by himself.
Mm-hmm.
And the Taker feud now with the 6-man, the Survivor Series teams. I like this because the way they're booking the Wyatts, they're a badass faction that will destroy anybody. I'm cool with that. But I've seen the highlights from Monday, because I didn't watch Monday. I'd seen the highlights Monday where Bray Wyatt comes out and fucking starts using Taker's powers. It's like, what the fuck's this? He doesn't need that shit.
They're saying he's feeding off the souls of The Undertaker and Kane. So now he has their abilities.
That's my prime example when I say I don't need storylines. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about is I don't need Bray Wyatt absorbing Taker's powers to become famous or whatever. It's just like, I don't need that shit. Just put Kane, Taker, whoever else on a team, have the Wyatts on a team, and let them fight. And I'm good with that. Because the way, I can't remember when it was, what was the last pay-per-view? Hell in a Cell?
Yes.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell. They came out and attacked The Undertaker, I believe, and carried him out. Then the next night, they came out and attacked Kane, took him out, and drug him out. I'm cool with that. That's like, that has a badass feel to it. But then the next week, they come out, Bray Wyatt saying, "Oh, I've got the Taker's powers. I can summon lightning and thunder." And I'm like, I'm done. At shit like that can just ruin a feud or a build for me. That's just how I am.
Yeah, but like the thing too, like going through like Bray Wyatt's single thing, like he did win a couple of feuds, like so like people in the comments and stuff like that, like when you're listening to the show, don't put me up on blast. He did have a good feud with Daniel Bryan, and he was the only guy to pin Daniel Bryan in that year when Daniel Bryan became world champion. And that's where Bray Wyatt should have went into, in my opinion. He should have gone into a feud with Daniel Bryan since he beat him at Royal Rumble. But no, they put him with Cena in a package, which made no sense whatsoever. But and then he also he won the feud with Dean Ambrose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and those, yeah, go ahead, Adam.
That feud was fine because both guys could work and whatnot.
Yes.
The one feud that really they screwed up from the beginning for me was him and Ambrose.
Oh, I know. That could have been such a good feud.
The way that started just screwed it up for me. I mean, Ambrose, he's cost Ambrose the title shot or the match. Mm-hmm. Why not wait until after the match? I've been saying this ever since Hell in a Cell last year. You know, wait until after the match instead of right at the end of the match. So
or even how about this? You do the segment. Dean Ambrose is out at a bar having a drink. All of a sudden, Bray Wyatt comes up behind him, starts beating him up.
Yeah.
Why not? That's the perfect thing to start a feud, a bar fight.
Exactly.
Like, why not? That's storyline too. Like, he not only does this guy not like him so much, he tracked him down to the bar he was drinking at just so he can punch him.
Yeah. I mean, storylines is one thing, but the whole shit, like with the Undertaker, mystical powers, lightning, as our boy MG says, shooting lightning bolts out of his ass, all that shit I'm not into. But you do like a, some just straight up hate, like making it more realistic, I'm good with. Like DDP and Savage.
Oh,
I fucking love that feud. They brought real life shit into that. Kimberly's Playboy spread and all that shit. Flair and Savage, and brought in Lanny Poffo, his dad, and had that there. I mean, it's just somehow, which I'm sure both guys would be okay with, just bring the real life. If it's got to get little personal, then so be it. Bring a real life personal aspect to the feud instead of making up some goofy shit like they are now.
Oh, exactly. Like and the thing too, like I really like the second incarnation of the Wyatt family because they seem like a little bit more badass and everything. But even like their team feuds, they lost that feud with the Shield, right?
I'm trying to think. I think so.
Yeah, and then you have Harper and Rowan who couldn't even beat the Usos to become tag team champions. Like that was that to me was mind-boggling that the Wyatt family couldn't even win the tag titles.
Yeah, I mean,
but nowadays, but now I like it with Braun Strowman and everything like that. They got a good group. There's plenty of things that they can do with it, which I really like. Like I like how they came out at the end of Hell in a Cell, attack Taker, Monday Night Raw, attack Kane. But yeah, the promo we could have done without last week. We could have definitely used the Wyatt family attack somebody else, which would have been cool.
Yeah, I would love to see them have like they could have had this pre-recorded or whatnot. They could have had this recorded like at Hell in a Cell. As a have like them. Have Taker and Kane tied up or chained up somewhere and just kind of, not hanging there, but just chained up and just looking like just have that beat the shit look, just one body like they're knocked out and whatnot. Just do that. That's not that hard to do, especially with the arenas that they're at. They could find a dark place, and do it, but shoot that segment. I mean, the shit that they should be doing is so simple that they're trying to make it over the top and it's becoming stupid.
Oh, exactly. And it's just yeah. Like, why couldn't they even cut a promo with Bray Wyatt? Like, let's say in a cemetery, like just play play something on the Titantron, or if that's what do they call it now? It's not the Titantron anymore. But you know, the big screen. If they would have played it on that, that would have been awesome. Because you could have dimmed the lights. Everyone would did the cell phone thing for the Fireflies. Because Bray Wyatt is over. Like, the fans love this guy. I really wish that the WWE would take this guy more seriously, because it's crazy that he can't win a pay-per-view match.
Exactly. And you just said a key word there. Cell phones. You don't have to take out your big, expensive fucking cameras on location. Just tell Bray Wyatt and the Wyatts, family, hey, take your cell phones and shoot, go to this place and shoot a promo. Or, go on location just that fits in here. Bray Wyatt's a smart motherfucker, I'm assuming. He would know what to do and what would fit his character and whatnot. I mean, it's so easy to pick up a phone and just tape a 20-second promo. But no, they want to be all fancy and shit, and that's where they're losing a lot of people. They're trying to be so fancy, it's becoming stupid and redundant and kiddish. It just doesn't make any sense.
Oh, exactly. I agree with you 100%. Like it's just still, there's so many things that they can do with Bray Wyatt, because everybody loves this guy. Like, fans love him. I guarantee the guys in the back love him, because there's always pictures getting leaked out of him out of character with the guys, and those are the type of guys you need in that locker room.
I mean, it's just one of those outside of booking, that dude can absolutely.
But that's the thing.
Go ahead.
No, that's the thing that I mean about should we take him seriously? Because if the Fed won't take him seriously with how they book him, it's how can the fans because at one point people are going to be like, you know what, this guy keeps losing, enough's enough, and I don't want to see that happen, because Bray Wyatt could be the next great heel world heavyweight champion, in my opinion. Like Seth Rollins, he had a good run. I'm not selling Seth Rollins' run, but to me it was lacking something. To me, I see if Bray Wyatt has that belt, that's the type of guy that guys are going to be trying to take down so they can become champion. It's oh shit, we got to get this belt off this guy. Something like that.
Exactly. I mean, they're just fucking it up with Bray Wyatt. I don't know if he, I haven't seen any of his indie shit or his, I almost said TNA, NXT shit, but I'm sure he could go from that cryptic type shit to more of a, I don't want to say gangster, but like a biker type shit. He's got that look. If he just changes it up a little bit, he could go from one look and one character to another. I mean, prime example. Look at the Undertaker coming out. He first debuts as the Western Mortician, and then a couple years later, he goes to being the Undertaker, the Ministry of Darkness, and then in 2000 to 2004. He's the American badass biker. It's you did not see that coming with each aspect of him. No.
And that's the thing, too. The character, the guy doing the character for Bray Wyatt, that guy knows what the hell he's doing. I don't even need to see, the NXT stuff or anything like that, because with how he's just killing it on the main roster, in my opinion, I think it's just awesome. There's not been... There's not been a character, in my opinion, that's really grasped this.
And I seen an interview. I mean? Yeah, I seen an interview of his. I forgot who he's talking to, but they asked him about this character. He goes, "This is all my idea." He goes, "But with helps of this person, mm-hmm. Give me a little insight." He goes, "But this was all my idea, the whole character, the dark, whatnot." Yes. So, I mean, if he could, I'm sure he's got 3 or 4 different characters he would want to be, but this is probably the one he wants to do the most. And he said this is even more like him because he's kind of laid back, just kind of whatever. So
this character kind of reminds me of someone that you'd just kind of see in a horror movie,
mm-hmm.
Where he's shit, that guy's up to something. Look at that smile. There's just that's
up what I really to no good.
About. Yes, he's always got that smile on his face, and that's what you got to be worried about. I'm stealing a line from The Walking Dead. I forget which character said it, but he's in the zombie outbreak, you don't be afraid with the guy carrying the gun. You be afraid of the guy smiling with his hands in his pocket. That's the guy you'd be afraid of. And I can see Bray Wyatt being that guy. And it's just sad to see like how like he's put into like all these awesome feuds. But yet the guy can't get over.
Right.
And I just got a message from our friend Shane, and he'd like to join in. So let's get Shane on this, get his opinion on the Wyatt family.
But yeah, I mean, some of the Wyatt family members can't wrestle, but the ones that can't wrestle,
they make up for it.
They make up for it, but most of the times that wrestlers can't actually wrestle, they should change their style to a brawler. Brawlers are, I think, a brawling type wrestlers are a hell of a lot easier to be than a technician or guys like certain types. Brawler, you can do whatever you want, just sit there and beat the shit out of somebody. So I mean, you got these big motherfuckers, that could go around beating the shit out of anybody. They don't have to be the best technicians, but they're able to just pound someone's fucking face into the ground, and that's what they should be. Like I said before, I would love to see that. Come in, that type of faction or group.
Or that style of a wrestler come back.
Yeah.
Because the brawler has been a dying breed, too, if you noticed.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's why Taker was, I thought it was a good work in the ring, because he wasn't the greatest. He wasn't really a technician, in my opinion. He's more of a brawler. And that's the same way with my boy Sting. He wasn't a technician by any means. But he had the brawling skills. He had the athleticism, the speed. He had everything else to make up for that. Plus the people he was in the ring with helped too. So
look at the Taker, like that you brought him up. Sorry to interrupt, but like Undertaker, for example, his matches with Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, you see a different side of the Undertaker than you'd see with him fighting Diesel or Kane or something like that. Like where he would bust out some technical stuff, and it was really shocking because I think in one of the matches, Undertaker even used a figure 4 leg lock on Bret Hart.
I think so.
I think it was in SummerSlam, I think. But like just to see Taker do something like that, like everyone's got the ability, and Bray Wyatt just needs, I believe, the WWE to get behind him because he is awesome, and the WWE needs to see that. And the Wyatt family as a trio with Braun Strowman, Luke Harper, and Bray Wyatt beat Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Chris Jericho at one pay-per-view too.
Mm-hmm. That's just. There's just certain.
Seriously, when John Cena, after taking 15 German suplexes, defeats the entire Wyatt family in a 3-on-1 handicap match.
Exactly.
All right, Shane just joined us on this conversation. Shane, we're talking about the WWE and the Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family. Should fans take them serious?
To me, really, I think that they should at this point, because you saw what they did on Raw. It might have been, crazy and everything, but it was a nod by the Undertaker and Kane to give, Bray Wyatt that, they're lightning and fire out their ass. But yeah, I think that they should. I think that at this point we see the writing on the wall for Bray Wyatt. If this is the last chance, in my opinion, for them to really give Bray Wyatt a legitimate heel or babyface push. I think that this is the right opportunity to really turn him babyface, because people love the crazy superpowers that Undertaker and Kane have. I don't personally like it that much. I think it's ridiculous. I like wrestling to be a little bit more realistic, but there could be that a mythical aspect to it, but it shouldn't be the forefront of pro wrestling, because it kind of devalues the purpose of the sport. But there's a spot for it, and I think that Bray Wyatt is that guy that will fill up that spot. I think he will fill up that Undertaker and Kane Mankind spot, but I don't think he's going to fill it as much as the audience likes him, as much as the Kane or Undertaker or even Mick Foley.
Well, what's disappointing about? Oh, sorry, but what's disappointing about this whole the whole timing of this good feud that he's gonna go into for Survivor Series, is that going into that pay-per-view, Bray Wyatt will not be a part of the World Title Tournament, which I would have loved to have seen him win. Because, like I mentioned earlier in the video, if Bray Wyatt has that belt, it puts the belt on a guy that guys are going to want to beat to take the belt off that guy. Like, it's been so long since there's been a champion that guys are gunning out trying to beat. Like no one's like guys aren't lining up saying to take on Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins destroys them in the ring. But like Bray Wyatt's gonna be one of those champions that I think like if he ever became champion would be just the guy to be like, shit, we got to get the belt off of him. He's a dark day on wrestling. Like basically back when the Undertaker or Kane were champion, and guys were like, fuck, we got to take him down. Or Yokozuna for an example. How everyone had to slam Yokozuna.
Yeah, and on top of that, we haven't really had a monster heel champion besides Brock Lesnar in a long time. And I think that Bray Wyatt is the perfect fit, especially with the Wyatt family. And I think that this is a chance to really legitimize that group because over the years, that this group has really been, together. The only time it was really, considered a monster stable was really the Daniel Bryan CM Punk feud that they had in 2013, I think. That was like the only time, and then after that you had Cena feud, which killed everything, and then the Wyatt family broke up, and yeah, all that's history. But really, this is a second chance for Bray Wyatt, and this is a rare case for somebody that's gotten buried by Cena, and it's really good to see it, especially for somebody that talented. And I think that he should be in the title match. They could postpone the Undertaker Kane versus Wyatt family match. They could. Because he did take them out. It's not like they have to. But at the same time, you saw it like, what was the last pay-per-view? Hell in a Cell?
Yes.
They had the Survivor Series, video package where they had the Undertaker, and they were advertising his 25th year, and since his debut in Survivor Series, which kind of sends a signal that it's going to be the Brothers of Destruction versus the Wyatt family. But they should delay it, in my opinion. I think that it would be best for network sales as well to have it at a pay-per-view like TLC where you can have like a tables match or something and have a crazy match or something, or a TLC match similar to the one the Shield had in their debut match. I think that's what they should do, but they're not going to do that because it's going to be for the Undertaker's 25th match, 25th year in the company.
So we all know Taker's going over. He has to. But I love how Taker is with the guys in the back. He's like, this is the guy I want to work with on my anniversary show. Like Taker basically has his pick of who he works with.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one goes up to Taker saying, hey, we want you to work this guy. I don't fucking work with this guy. I'm working with that guy. I can definitely see Taker being like that because he has that clout. He deserves it. He earned it, and like that's why like this match, I think it's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be really good. I'm curious to see who Taker's going to get with his team. I would love to see someone like Mick Foley come out of retirement just for that match.
Oh no. That's good. That's risky, especially considering Mick Foley's condition. But it would be cool for
I know. But hey, if Jake the Snake is still going to a ring, no, I'm just kidding. But as a whole, what do you guys think? Should the Wyatt family, the faction, the stable, should it be taken seriously?
I think
Adam, we'll start with you.
Yeah. I think it should, but honestly, right now, I think they are taking it seriously, especially, feuding with Taker and Kane. A lot of us, like, who cares about Kane, but, he is, like, one of the veterans still around, so I think they are taking him, the Wyatt, seriously with this feud. But it's just the goofy shit, like stealing Taker's powers, Kane's powers, is where I, disconnect with this feud. Now, if they have Taker come back as like the biker gimmick since Bray stole his powers, I'm cool with that, But after this feud, they should. I just hope they don't have Taker with They don't have Bray with keep Taker's powers. That kind of be kind of stupid in my book, but whatever. But yeah, if they have Taker come back as like the American Badass, or excuse me, or like the like any version of the American Badass biker type shit. Hell, Big Evil,
Booger Red.
Yeah.
Booger Red, whatever JR called it.
Yeah, Big Red and that type shit. This is my yard. I'm cool with that. I tweeted out last night, I believe, or a couple nights ago, a promo that Taker did when him and the Big Show was feuding, and he's cutting. He's like, I'm not here to fight. I'm not going to tell you what why I'm pissed off the Big Show. And as he's cutting his promos, he's sitting on the steps in his in his fucking sock cap and fucking bike, biker vest and whatnot. And he's like, I'm not here to fucking talk about why I'm pissed off. I'm here to fight. So Big Show, get your ass out here and fight me. And I've seen that promo. I'm like, dude, that's the type of promo I want to see from not just Taker, from anybody.
Yeah, Roman Reigns should be cutting those promos because the guy can't talk on the mic.
Exactly.
So you know what? I'm only here to do one thing: fight. Get your ass out here right now.
Yeah.
Here we go. Done.
Just what?
And people be like, oh shit, he actually said something profound.
Yeah, and it's just like one of those, like, keep it, just make the superstars, which I hate saying that word, make the wrestlers, when they're cutting a promo, feel comfortable. Just be laid back, instead of being so fucking scripted like they are. But, yeah, like I said, I seen that promo, I'm like, dude, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. I would love, this is, like, that is what I'm talking about. If I hear promos, I just want to feel like I'm actually listening to the actual person talking, cutting promos instead of a character, reciting a script. So.
And what's funny about the whole eating souls thing?
What's that?
And gaining their powers. It kind of reminds me of Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat.
Oh shit!
I'll swallow your soul. All right, Shane, what do you think about the Wyatt family? Should it be taken serious?
First of all, I think that Undertaker needs to come back and be Mark, just to say the least.
Oh, fuck.
Assless chaps.
No. That was Shawn Michaels' gimmick. That's where he stole it from.
Yeah.
So.
And then you have Kane come back as the dentist gimmick with like Jerry Lawler. Yeah.
EDS.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but seriously, I think that right now the fans are kind of hot and cold with Bray Wyatt, but the only way for them to really, get fully behind the Bray Wyatt being, the top heel in the company, he has to beat The Undertaker.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to happen at Mania, and I think that, after the rumors that came out yesterday with Cena and Taker, which I still don't think is going to happen.
Oh, fuck.
No, the thing is, I don't think Undertaker is going to, pick Cena to face him in his final match in his career. It's definitely not going to happen. And I think that's going to happen at the Rumble, which is more likely, a victory for Bray Wyatt, which is much needed. And it has to be clean. It just has to be for them to really make him a monster heel.
Well, look at Taker's history of the Royal Rumble. He does not win matches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
it should be.
He even lost. How many casket matches has he lost at at Royal Rumble? Yokozuna, Shawn Michaels, just to name two.
Probably every one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap things up there. WWE, yes, everyone on the panel believes that the Wyatt family should be taken seriously because, heck, Bray Wyatt's the friggin' man. Stay tuned. We'll be coming up in a bit with the next video talking about Seth Rollins and his injury. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.